Good evening, everybody. The topic I wanted to speak about in this presentation is private prisons in America. These prisons catch a lot of flack from different people stating that they shouldn't be used because they make a profit off of the prisoners being held there. If any of you watched the last presidential election, this topic came up several times. Hillary Clinton and the Democrats wanting to get rid of them and disband them altogether. President Trump wanting to build his wall and increase arrests along with the use of private prisons. For those of you who don't know, private prisons hold or house primarily illegal immigrants and people who have come into the U.S. illegally. The DOJ presented a memo to the acting Bureau of Prison Director, stating that when the private prisons contract came up, not to renew it and to more or less find a way to house these inmates in the Bureau of Prisons system, which is already set in place. This works fine and dandy, except for the populations do not run the same. They don't. How do I explain it? They don't work the same way. In the Bureau of Prisons, you have your whites, they stick with the whites. You have your blacks, they stick with the blacks. You have your Hispanics who stick with your Hispanics. But in a private facility, you have your Mexican nationals, say, and if you upset one of them, it's not, just one group. It's, say you're in a Bureau of Prisons and you upset the whites. It's only going to be the whites that you have to deal with. In a private prison, when you upset one of the Mexican nationals, you have to deal with the entire population or the majority of your population, because that's what it's going to be. It's not just one set coming at you with a complaint at one time. So they don't, like I said, they don't run the same. So the comparison they made for their investigation was not accurate. The memo that they put out for disbanding contract prisons or private facilities caused a massive uproar within the private facilities. Instant panic, nobody knowing if they were going to have a contract, how long was it going to take, this and that, just different questions that took forever to be answered. We got the email or the memo in August when they put it out, and then they told us that we should know something before Thanksgiving. And then Thanksgiving turned into Christmas, and then Christmas turned into New Year's, and then New Year's turned into February. February turned into March. And, it puts a lot of stress on you going month to month, not knowing what's going to happen, or if you're going to have a job, or if the contract's going to stay granted or not. It's just a lot of back and forth, a lot of rumors start. Of course, you're going to have people that quit or decide to go work at another place because they don't know. They want the job security. They want to know that it's there. So now you're working in the same situation with the same environment, more inmates, because you're picking up inmates from units that didn't get a contract or have been closed. So you're bringing in that population. So you have more inmates, less staff. Tensions get high. After the election and President Trump won, it alleviated some of that worry, some of that fear. We were told this last summer that, my unit would get a prison or would get a contract. So it alleviated some. However, there's still tons of questions that aren't answered. And, it's going on almost 2 years of, what ifs, which, while it's good that we have a contract, it's not promising. So it's important to make sure that your facts are straight. Like I said, the DOJ used the study comparing private prisons and their population to the population which they use. It doesn't work out. It doesn't mesh. So before presenting that memo, they probably should have done a better investigation. Different things like that. So